Guys, we got a big video for today, but as you know, we have one of the biggest giveaways that we have ever done going on right now, and it's about to be over. We're coming up on 24 hours left to get entered in this giveaway by the time you are watching. This might be the last you hear of it. So if you guys haven't got entered and you want to get entered for a chance to win a turbo K-swapped all-wheel drive red Civic hatch that looks just like mine, along with my personal Ram 2500 with a freshly rebuilt Cummins in it, and a 24-foot enclosed trailer, the complete racer package, be sure to get entered because this might be the last you hear about it. And to add some stuff for people that might not win the giveaway, because I mean, whoever wins it, they're gonna be pumped, but I'm gonna try to get as much stuff out there for everyone as possible. So what I did is I dug through all of my old broken used parts. If you look down here, this is the last couple years of stuff that I've collected, and this is probably maybe 5 or 10% of what I got. I can't fit it all on the table right here, but I got a lot of cool stuff that I will be going through and hand signing everything, and we are going to be putting all of this in random orders starting now for these final few hours of the giveaway. If you look right here, just some random stuff. We got pyro fuses from the Cybertruck, got the hatch's billet transfer case cover right here. That's broken, don't need that anymore. I got clutch discs from the hatch. I got the MR2's clutch that I'm gonna take apart from World Cup, sign all the discs, put that in some orders. I got broken sequential transmission parts right here. I mean, guys, I got a lot of stuff. We got the windage tray from Roudesy when it blew up, and the rods and pistons from that motor as well. We got Cummins pistons, got 12 of these suckers because we took 2 bottom ends apart, and those were from when we rebuilt the Cummins. Got rod bearings. I got freaking broken Roudesy axle ends. Just all kinds of stuff, guys. So I'm gonna do my best to try to get something in all these orders going out from this point forward. And we gotta get a proper merch plug before this giveaway is over. So as you guys know, we got our posters. We got the MR2 poster and Wyatt's truck poster, both parachute shots on the shutdown there. And we will both be signing all those posters that go out. We have our K-Series Boosted Boys valve covers. We will be signing those as well. And if you look right over here, this is a new product that we are just now introducing before the giveaway is over. And if you guys want to grab one, they will be available. This is a Boosted Boys bolt and nut kit from our friends over at boltsandnuts.com. They spec'd us out a assortment of bolts and nuts, and a lot of this is metric. I know a lot of our watchers are probably import guys, a lot of Honda guys. We got all the popular metric sizes in here. We got the M6s, M8s, and all the corresponding nuts. We got zip ties to go along with it as well, because what Honda guy doesn't want some zip ties? Just a little assortment that we put together, really convenient to have. Those will be on the site as well. And for our shirts, we got this fresh one right here that fits today's video really well. We got the Battery Boys shirt. We got Kilowatt Kyle and Wyatt Watts on the back there. We got Boosted Boys on the front with the battery. We got the Good Vibes Boosted Rides t-shirt. We got This Is My Work shirt t-shirts. These are just nice cheap shirt that you can throw on when you're working in the garage, get it dirty, don't care about it. We got Wago shirts. We got the OG Hatch t-shirts as well, spinning all 4 tires, and it looks just like the giveaway Civic. We got the Rod Killer t-shirt because we have definitely killed a few rods around here. We got one of our most popular ones as always in stock, built for a good time, not a long time. Kind of complements the Rod Killer shirt. We got our Boosted Boys racing t-shirt. We got jerseys from World Cup with the MR2's new wrap on it. These came out freaking sweet.
And we've got the whip belt t-shirts. This is the newest one. Pretty simple on the front, pretty cool with the truck and the Corolla on the back. And the original Smoke in the Pipe t-shirt.
And all the whip built stuff, including his poster, goes to help fund that expensive diesel that he likes to waste money on.
That is very blown up at the moment.
That needs a new engine. Then if you come back over here, we have toddler shirts. We have our line of girl merch, Boosted Babes. We have these crop tops, and we have these pink tank tops. Say Boosted Babes on them for your Boosted Babe, along with these pink hats, and they are available in black. We got sun hats. We got trucker curved bill style hats that I always wear. We got snapbacks, flat bills. I used to rock these all the time. If you're an OG, you know what I mean. We got air fresheners. We got an assortment of keychains, little turbos, little key tags. We got a ton of different stickers available on the site as well. We got sunglasses. We got these spark plug gappers back in stock as well with Boosted Boys etched onto them. These are a really popular item. A lot of you guys out there gapping your spark plugs. I'm happy to see it because that means you guys are out there racing. Then the last product I'm gonna plug is our magnetic koozie right here on the side of the car that you're about to see all about in today's video. Get yourself a magnetic Boosted Boys koozie. Like I said, this might be the last time you hear about the giveaway. It is coming to an end shortly. Hopefully we didn't push it too much on you guys, but this stuff really helps us out. I appreciate all you guys that have supported it. Thanks to you guys, we're able to do some cool stuff. And we built one really cool project in today's video. So hope you guys enjoy. Thanks to everyone who entered and supported our giveaway. Well guys, we have ourselves another Tesla body swap video. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Kyle, and those of you that do follow the channel know that I bought a wrecked Model S Plaid off of Copart a little over 2 years ago now. And the original plan when I got the Tesla was to completely cut the body off of it and turn it into a Honda Odyssey minivan, which I did. We cut it up. We had a phase in the middle where we put an exo cage on it, called it E-Roy, took it to the drag strip, had a lot of fun with that. But then we built it into the Honda body swapped Plaid, which I called the Plaidacy. And just like that, it was one of the fastest, if not the fastest Honda Odyssey in the world, a 9-second sleeper Honda Odyssey minivan. It was sick, but it did have some things that could have been improved on. The dash was really long because of the seating position of the van, and things just didn't line up perfectly. The wheelbase worked out great, but there were other aspects of it that didn't make it great. So I always had a feeling that the Plaidacy was going to come apart at some point, because I did purchase a Model X Plaid off of Copart that will have much better dimensions to suit the minivan body. Shortly after we built the Plaidacy, I was on the internet and I went onto a wheelbase database, and I was looking at what cars might have a similar wheelbase to the Tesla in case I wanted to try something else. And to my surprise, I found out that a 2015 to 23, they're all basically the same body, Challenger will fit the Tesla wheelbase almost perfectly. I believe the Challenger has a 116.2 inch wheelbase and the Tesla Plaid has a 116.5 inch wheelbase. Very close, actually much closer than the Odyssey was at 118 inches. So I was thinking, man, that would be pretty cool. And on top of the fact that it's so close, it's a Challenger that could also be turned into a HELLCAT, and I couldn't think of a better group of people to not want one of their cars to be taken and turned into an EV. It got me excited thinking about it. I'm gonna take you guys nearly a year back in time to when I was on a hunt for a Challenger shell, and I found one, and I went and picked it up and started the body swap. Yep. All right, guys, we're at a junkyard. I found this 2013 Challenger on Marketplace, 700 bucks, and we're gonna see if this thing works. They're getting it picked up right now. We got the truck and trailer out here. We're gonna get it loaded up, and we're gonna get it back to the house and start cutting the floor out of this thing.
Here we go again.
Yep, round two, baby.
Dang, it's got seats and everything in it.
Dude,
Not
ready
bad.
to go. Should be good. Should be good. And there it is. The new shell for the E-Kitty.
Here we go again. Oh yeah. I want no part of this. He's going back inside. Oh, it's perfect. Perfect. You got it.
All right, we got the Challenger off of the trailer. We started to pull the interior out of this thing. We got to finish getting the rest of this out of here so we can go ahead and start chopping this thing up. We did make some of our money back here. We got a whole $1.33 that we found under the carpet, so that is great. That'll help fund the project. But yeah, we just got a couple more things to get pulled out of here, and we're going to try to start cutting the floor out of this thing. We have to get these front pieces off where the factory front suspension and all that stuff went. So all that will get hacked away, and then we will see if this will fit onto the Model S over here. So one of my main concerns about this is these rear shock towers back here. So I did some measuring before we went and picked this up, and I didn't put nearly as much time and effort as I did into the Plaidacy project. So I'm just kind of using some rice or math to come up with my decisions here. But these shock towers are really tall, and after measuring, it looks like they might come really close to hitting. If not, they will hit the sides right here and possibly the back glass. So there's a chance we might have to mount this a little higher than we would like, but there's also a slim chance it clears. It's like really close, and I can't really tell until we actually go for it. And the other thing that kind of sucks is that the Challenger isn't as wide as the Odyssey body. So we were able to slip the Odyssey body out around these pillars right here without having to cut into them. But the Challenger has almost the exact same width as the Model S. So in order to get this to slip over the Tesla chassis, we're either going to have to trim these really thin to where this is basically like a skin, or shave more off of our Tesla right here, because they're basically the exact same width. So we either have to choose one or the other, the Challenger structure or the structure of the Tesla. Obviously I want to keep as much of the Tesla intact as we can, but we might have to cut a little bit more into the Tesla to make this slip over it. But we won't know until we try it. So we'll go ahead and get this thing cleaned the rest of the way out and we'll start cutting. Time to get cutting. Do the same to the rear section. I have to go up and over. Get rid of this completely because those shocks are going to go up there. So just cut all of this out. Go from there. That is one cut up Dodge Challenger right there, boys. Got the floor completely out of this thing. Just got the wheel wells cut out as well. This is gonna be so ridiculous. But right now I'm getting ready to cut this back piece out right here. This is where the rear speakers went, the back seats clipped on right there. And the reason we need to remove this piece is because according to my Ricer math, we are going to have some shock towers up in this area right here. So I took some measurements on the Tesla and some measurements on the Challenger here. And like I said earlier, I was worried that those shock towers might be a little tall and they might protrude into this rear glass or outside of the car itself, right where this pillar is. We have about a 2.5 inch gap from this layer of metal to the actual outside of the car. So I can actually put my finger in there and I can feel the outside of the car. So there is some room to cut into this as well. And I think the top of those Tesla shock towers are going to ride like right in this area. And we're gonna have to notch just a little bit of this out, but it should work. Yeah. The only time this thing will ever do a wheelie.
Hopefully.
Here we go again, boys. Got her up in the air on the lift. Got these corners cleared out pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and do our first test fit on the burnt Tesla that we still have laying around. We're gonna go ahead and hook up the John Deere lawnmower to that rig and pull it in here and see where we need to trim to fully get this seated down. Hopefully, you know, we don't have too many issues with the shock towers. Like I said, we're probably gonna have to notch a little bit more into that. I have a good feeling we're going to have to notch a lot of this out as well, since it's not as wide as the van body was. We'll see what we need to do about this right here. These studs are definitely gonna have to go. We still need to do some final trimming, but figured we go ahead and get her set down on the Tesla and just see how close it's gonna be, or if it's even possible, because we're still at a point where it might not be doable, but I think we can make it happen. All right, guys, we got the mock-up Tesla pulled in. We got the Challenger body lowered as far as we can go. It's already kidding, and like I said, I thought it was gonna be a little too narrow, so we're not too surprised, but it looks like to go any further down, we're gonna have to notch out some more of the Challenger body right here. So what we're gonna do is take this section off right here. We're gonna cut all the way up to this pinch weld, and we're gonna go wide enough to go around the whole dash here, because it's almost too perfect of a fit. So this one, like I said, it's either gonna have to be Challenger or Tesla pillar. We don't get to slip one over the other, and I'm hopefully gonna try to do a little bit of both. We're gonna have half of the Tesla pillar intact, and then like this outer part of the Challenger, and kind of made them together. That's what we're gonna try to go for. So we'll go ahead and trim that up. We haven't got it lowered far enough down to see how close the shocks will get to the rear glass or anything like that, but the seating position is gonna be way better than it was in the van. And not sure if we're gonna have to do anything about this structure up here. Once we get it low enough to the dash, we'll kind of see where we go from there. But we're just gonna keep going up and down with this thing, chopping away until we can get this thing to slip down over the mock-up Tesla here. So the whole bottom of this is filled with foam. We definitely could just use a cutoff wheel, but it does look pretty sick when you hit it with the plasma cutter. It shoots a big old flame out the side. We've got a whole bunch of fans right now venting all the smoke out. This is what we're working with, a ton of foam packed in here, so it makes it tough to use the plasma cutter because it just catches on fire. So we've had to use the cutoff wheel to get around a lot of that. And then there's a lot of inner structure that you don't see. You can see these spot welds, and it's held on inside, so it's not as easy as just cutting around the outside of it and taking it off. We actually kind of have to go around these pieces right here to completely remove all that material. And then you can see this side we got pretty cleaned up over here. So we got all the foam out of the way. We have this nice straight edge right here that might be very convenient later. We'll see how that works out for us, but then we just cut those. So now we have all that extra room right there, so we can go out and around the dash. All right, so second time we have dropped the Challenger body down onto the Tesla, and we actually got it pretty far. You can see the front is already hitting right up here on the dash, and we're also hitting right here on the pinch weld on the Tesla frame. So what sucks is it's just like an inch too narrow, and we're probably gonna have to notch a little bit out on the bottom of the Challenger body to get it to sit all the way down. Not too big of a deal, but right now the front is pretty far down. It has about 5-6 inches to go, and then the back is quite a bit higher still. Right now it's hitting on these back frame rails, and we need to chop the Tesla ones off to match how our Plaid is, because we don't even have these on the Plaid. So we'll get rid of those. The back will come down a lot further. We already took a tape measure. We need to come about 10 to 11 inches more in the back, and that will put our shock towers like right up into that glass. So kind of hard to see right now, but the Tesla also needs to go forward a little bit. So we're hoping that this shock tower will be in front of this edge right here and kind of tuck up behind here, but it's going to be really close, boys, but it should be doable. And like we said, the seating position, look at that, looks freaking perfect. You're gonna be able to hop right in like a normal car. And yeah, that's where we're at. So we're gonna go ahead and lift it up, keep on cutting, and we're also going to take this and we're gonna go ahead and cut this whole section out right here as well, because we have this nice flat edge to go off of, and we're just gonna need as much width on the Challenger body as possible. So all that's gonna have to go as well. This whole thing is filled with foam, which is very annoying to work with because it likes to catch on fire and it smells really bad even with the cutoff wheel. So we got some dust masks today, and it's not good to be breathing all this stuff. We probably need to start wearing some masks while we're doing this. So we're gonna go ahead and trim all this up, get the back stuff trimmed up, and then we'll see what we need to do about that windshield support piece right there after, you know, we get all this done. We're thinking we might have to pull the windshield out of this thing because this whole chunk on the front is most likely going to have to go, and we might have to build a new piece to support the front edge of the windshield right here, or we could cut it out of there, drill these spot welds out, and just use this upper piece and kind of put it back together. But all this is going to need to go to get it any lower. But that's where we're at. Get it back up in the air, keep on chopping away. I thought we never had to use this thing again, but windshield has to come out. All right, we got our windshield out. We're getting ready to make some cuts right up under here. You can see our Sharpie line. We're gonna remove all this material right here so this can come down all the way to the dash. And we're gonna try to leave as much of this structure as we can so we can re-glue the windshield here on this bottom corner. So we're gonna cut it there and right here. If we need to remove more, we can, but we're gonna try to cut as little as we need. And then if you guys look down here, we got our freaking laser level hooked up. We got a nice straight line all the way across. I measured 4 inches, and we are going to cut this bottom 4 inches off the inside of each side of the Challenger here, just because the Tesla gets a little bit wider after the aluminum frame rails, which will show once it goes onto the Plaid. And to get this thing all the way down, we just got to trim some of this out of the way. So we're going to go ahead and chop that off, but the outer structure will be left alone. It's just going to kind of make an L and go out and around everything. So get all that chopped off, get this chopped off. We got the rear frame rails cut back a ways too, because those were catching some. This next time we go back down over the Tesla, we should be pretty close to where it needs to be, and then we'll get a real good idea of how close those shock towers are going to be to the rear glass up there.
We need a cutoff wheel sponsor.
Yeah.
We've ran through like 30 of them so far.
That'd be nice. For now, it's Harbor Freight. All right, another full day of making cuts on this thing. Got those sides trimmed down, got everything clearanced under the windshield here. We might have to do some trimming back here at the edges of the wheel tubs, right in this area. But we're gonna go ahead, pull it in again, and see how far down it goes this time. Well guys, it has been several months since I have taken a break on the Challenger Tesla body swap here, and it's been sitting in the background. You might have noticed it in some videos, but it's been sitting for too long, and we're finally getting back into it here, and we're hoping this is the last time that it's going to need to come off of the burnt mock-up Tesla body here. So what we're gonna try to do is get it off of there, and we're gonna pull E-Roy in, take the cage back off of it, and start doing some final cutting to get it fit onto E-Roy. There is still some trimming I think that's going to need to be done around those rear shock towers. I believe I showed a lot of that back when we were filming it, and then there's going to be a lot of clearancing that needs to happen in this area right here, both on the Challenger still and on the Tesla, because my Tesla still has all these pillars intact, whereas this one they were cut in half when I went to mock stuff up. So some final things that we're going to have to look into, but we're going to go ahead and yank this body off and get E-Roy in here, start tearing it apart, and just seeing what we need to do to make it all happen. I mean, I started on this project, what was it, maybe almost 6-7 months ago now, and it's just been sitting ever since. Finally time to get the ball rolling on it and just get it done. All right.
Final stretch, boys. Oh, man.
Right at the end. I didn't want to say it out loud, but I was like, our wire's starting to fray.
Like 2 inches left.
We only got a little bit more to go.
All right, bring the hammer out.
I hate this tool, man. It's so terrible.
Just break it anyways after all that.
And this will be the last time you ever see Eroy as Eroy, because from this point forward, it's going to turn into the electric Challenger Hellcat. I don't even have a name for it yet. The E-Kitty or something like that. So we're gonna go ahead, pull the panels back off of the Tesla here because it's been in Eroy form for a little bit. We'll get the front end off of it. We already went ahead and unbolted the cage, so that guy should just pop off. And then we can go ahead, drive this thing up underneath the Challenger and start seeing where we need to do some final cutting to get it on there. We also went ahead and removed the rear glass right here because I still think we're gonna have some final trimming around these rear shocks, and I should have removed the rear glass a long time ago, but just to get the final fit, we just wanted to get that out of the way to work around this guy. But yeah, guys, it's coming. The electric Hellcat. Something like that. It's just a big RC car. That's all it is. I guess go ahead and lower it down. I can tell you right now, we're gonna have to trim a lot on these side pieces right here. So we tried to set the Challenger body down onto the Model S here. I knew right away that this was going to be a problem on the sides of the dash here. This structure on the Tesla is going to be too wide to allow this to simply slip over it like how the Plaid did. So we are going to have to start getting into some more of the structure of the Tesla to make this work. So what we're gonna do is we're going to drill out all the spot welds that hold this outer panel on right here. We're gonna try to remove that so it's just this inner part that is left. And then between doing that on both sides and trimming up some more on the inside of the Challenger here, we're hoping that will be enough to slip it down and around. And I got Ben over here, he's helping us out. It's crunch time right now for us. We got the giveaway going on. We got all kinds of stuff happening in the background, so he's gonna give us a hand with some cutting and fabricating. We'll get those panels removed, see if that's enough, and go from there. So Ben got all these spot welds drilled out and he was able to pry that outer piece off, and that just gave us a ton more room. Look at that, it actually came off pretty clean. And it's like that on both sides, nice and flat right here. So we're hoping that that will just line up with the inside of the Challenger body because this is nice and flat as well. The issue is gonna be once we get down to this part right here. It actually had this little cutout right here from factory on the Tesla. There was just some foam in here. But my concern is once we get low enough to this point that we're gonna have to do something about coming either out and around this and taking more off the Challenger body, or cutting a section out just right here on the Tesla. But like I said, I want to leave as much of the Tesla structure as we can, and we'll just have to see once we get that far. But we're ready to lower it down. I think that charger's out of the way of everything.
Yeah, it looks like it.
How much room we got over there, Emilio? This side I got plenty.
There's
I don't hear anything.
it's close, but it ain't. I mean, it's not hitting yet.
It's going down.
Dang,
Might
dude.
hit that rear wheel well, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's gonna start touching here just a little bit.
But the whole thing might come up this way.
Hold on. Yeah, the car needs to shimmy to this side. Dang, dude.
Throw a jack under the rear and just kind of pull it maybe, or?
Just leave it lifted, man. We'll just take it off-roading.
This is making me more uneven. Dude, that's actually not that far off. We only need to come down like 4 more inches.
So we got like 4 1/8 to the cowl.
Yeah, if we go 4 inches all the way around, that's gonna be good.
Now you hit it right on the money. You're like, it needs to go down 4 inches.
I know exactly what 4 inches looks like.
Just needs to go
It's
down.
like a quarter. Look at this.
I know, it fits like perfectly. It's almost like I did months of research. Got me an electric Hellcat. Ready for some takeovers.
Oh, shoot.
Dude, this thing's gonna fit so much better than the van.
Yeah, it already does.
Like, look
Look
at the
at-
door space and everything.
Yeah, look at how the dash is.
Yeah, you guys remember how long the dash was in the Plaid, but this actually lines up perfectly.
Yeah, it's
Look at this, like the windows are gonna be in the right spot and everything.
Just needs to go down a little bit.
Yeah.
That's it.
If we can get that shock like that. we're gonna be set.
This is the gap right here that we have to work with, pretty much.
Yeah, see, so we're gonna try to get this shock tower basically right up into there. We're gonna have to see how close we can get the back of this right here to the window frame right there. So we only got 2 to 3 inches to go, but that should be enough. That was my biggest concern about doing this project, was those rear shock towers, because when I measured it, I was like, man, that's gonna be close. Even if we're off by an inch or so back here, it's still gonna be good enough and look good. If we can get that to come down and then figure out what we're gonna do about this. This is all foam filled right now, but I think we're gonna have to get in there and we're gonna have to gut everything behind this piece right here. Don't you think, Ben? Like
Yeah.
this right here.
I
We just want to
say
leave this outer skin right
this
here,
little
and then
ridge.
everything behind that is gonna need to go so it can slip around.
It'll fit perfect though. Just cut like right at this ridge. That way you have all, like you were saying, all your
Yeah, I wanted to
holes
leave
for your
these
side
for
skirts
the,
and
for the
stuff.
side skirts. We left all this stuff up here so we could still mount the hood hinges. All that should be good. We still got the mounts right here for the door hinges.
What's really good news, it didn't flare out at all like we were thinking it might.
Yeah, it didn't flare out at
So
all.
the fenders aren't going to be stupid, or it should be fine.
The E-Kitty exists. It's just still needs a little more work.
It's at its first couple stages.
I mean, the Plaid was at this same stage. You guys saw how good the Plaid came out. And I think this is gonna come out even better as far as fitment. Getting the junkyard spray paint off of there.
Yeah, I can't have it, man. I've been looking at it too long. It's actually
Some
pretty
lacquer
clean
thinner,
under
take
there.
it right off.
It's clean under there.
Yeah, it's in pretty good shape.
Just buff it out. Take that stuff off.
Yeah, we need to get this sticker off the roof. There is like some rust spots up here, but
We'll get it painted. We'll make it look good.
should we leave the shark teeth on the fin?
That's definitely got to go.
All right, we're trying it again. Ben got some more trimmed off the sides, and it's getting closer.
Whoop, there you go.
Watch your dash now.
Dang, it's right. It's a lot further down on the dash.
Yeah.
This side looks like it can come down more. Your side.
Yeah.
Look at the back, dude. It's getting so close.
Ooh, yeah, a lot better.
almost there.
And that's even without like bringing the suspension down.
I don't know if it's still on low or not right now.
Does it stay on low?
It might still be on
Yeah.
low.
But that looks good like that. Probably fit some back seats in there too, dude.
Oh, I'm putting it all in there. Cool interior, baby.
Yes. There you go, right there. Look at that fit.
Yo.
In there.
We can't go any lower.
Dang.
There's a little bit, but yeah, not really.
Oh no, it's sitting on there.
All right, guys, we're looking real good right here. We got it almost down where we want it to be. It's like right there. So now the issue we're running into is this piece right here. So this is the windshield support, the lower part of it off the Challenger, and the windshield ends a few inches further back than where it would on the Tesla. You can actually see the adhesive from the Tesla's windshield right here, and then this is the Challenger. It would have been awesome if they had the same length windshield, or if that lined up better. If this was just a few inches more forward, it would have sit perfectly in this little pocket, but it doesn't, and it is what it is. The issue is that right under this guy right here is the Tesla's defrosters. They're under these pieces of tape right here. We just tape those up so we don't get shavings down there. And we have these 3 tweeter speakers in there as well, and this piece of mesh went over all of that we just took off. So what we're thinking about doing, just to help make this look clean, we want to leave as much of this structure as we can, because obviously we need it for the windshield. But what we're going to do here is right where this bend is, we're going to trim it just like so. We're going to follow this bend all the way around. So we'll get rid of this excess here that's not needed. That will free up the space around the speakers right here, clear up the defrosters, so those will still blow on the windshield and actually function. We'll follow that line all the way. We'll still be able to put the Challenger windshield back on, and then we're going to take this screen mesh right here, and we're just going to trim it to fit this smaller section. So any excess will cut off of that, so it's not sandwiching that screen mesh up under here, and then you'll still see the screen from inside the car, and it should come out pretty clean. And then, yeah, I mean, we're getting really close. There's still a little bit more trimming to do in the back here. We have maybe an inch more to go back here, and that's already looking pretty close to a Challenger ride height, but we still have, like I said, about another inch before the shock tower will hit anything in the back here, but it is getting close. But the goal is to get that guy basically touching, just to where it's not, so it's not rubbing, but we have a little bit more to go there. With any luck, we'll just be able to go up one more time, do some final trimming, and get it mounted from there. Guys, I don't know what's happening here, but this thing's fitting way too good. We got the lower windshield frame a little trimmed up here, and look how close this follows the Tesla dash right here. So these are the defrosters, and it follows it almost perfectly. Look at that. Could come forward a little bit, but I mean, that's where it's gonna have to live. Got the tweeter speakers right here, and the defroster is gonna go right onto the windshield where it's supposed to be. And look at this, guys. So we got this mesh piece right here. This was off of the Tesla. We went ahead and just trimmed it back a little bit, and that guy will fit in there like so. Dude, and this is gonna come out so clean.
You actually got a real dash and not like that.
Look at that.
The van
We
like
don't have
had
the
so
next
much
slice
of
of
that.
9000 anymore.
There it is.
Look at that. The dash is actually gonna be the right size. It's actually a little shorter than the Tesla dash used to be, because the old Tesla windshield was right here, whereas this one is, you know, good 4 inches further back. So we're gonna try to tuck that mesh up under there, and that's gonna come out so freaking clean, dude. You couldn't ask for a better fit.
Everything's
That's
just coming
wild.
along real good.
So as of right now, we got the body where it's going to rest. You can see right here, we went ahead and started building some little mounts up front here just to kind of help get it bolted on. If you come look at the back, we can't go any lower. So right now the Tesla is on its lowest suspension setting, and we do have a few inches here of gap. This looks about like stock ride height for a Challenger. It ain't too bad, but I was hoping we could go lower. We do have a way we're gonna modify that, so I'm not concerned about this gap at all, because the body is as low as possible. If you look back here, these are the shock towers, and this was my biggest concern this whole project, and this is how close we got these suckers. Look at that. It is right up along that back window frame. If we try to go any lower, not only can we not because of the shock tower's height, but it also starts to pull the body back as it rides this shock tower. The only real way to fix all of this would be to get rid of the shock tower completely and make like our own custom suspension shock tower that's lowered with like a different coilover or something like that, and then remove the air suspension system. But we wanted to just kind of leave everything as factory as we could, and that's what we're working with. So we got her where she needs to be, and now all we got to do is make some mounts, get the body secure, and then we got to figure out how to get some body panels on this thing and actually make it look like a Challenger.
Well,
that's where we're at. It's on there though.
Body's on there. It looks good.
Still need a name for this thing, either E-Kitty or Cybercat.
I like Cybercat.
Cybercat maybe.
Yeah. Is this considered the first drive?
This is the first drive as the Cybercat. Got a wasp nest in here.
Already?
Yeah, from sitting.
Oh, it's been a while. Dang. Hey, it looks so good. The panels are not even on. Oh man, people are gonna hate us. They're gonna hate us, Kyle. We're gonna have to pull up to the HELLCAT meets.
The SRT boys are gonna be real mad about this one. They're gonna be pissed.
Oh no.
And it's fast.
And it's all-wheel drive. Who wants it?
Who wants it?
Oh, careful, brother. Oh man, it looks so sick. Yeah, it looks so much better with a dash placement, man. It just,
Dude, it feels normal in here.
it does.
The van
It
felt
looks
so
normal.
weird. Yeah, getting in and out. I don't have a big old pillar right in my shoulder.
no, it looks good.
It feels
bro.
normal. It's a normal car.
Just wait till you get the whole interior in there, man. It's in pounce mode at all times.
That is funny because it does have the cheetah stance. The Hellcats can't even do a cheetah stance.
I could hear the echo of your voice because it's so quiet. Oh man.
The first 0 decibel Hellcat. All right, so we need some parts for the Challenger. Put Emilio on the job. I know he has a lot of cousins that can probably make something happen for me. Gave him a budget, and
Well, about the budget. We went over on the budget just a little bit.
why is
but
that?
I got some parts, you know, I could have got some regular parts, but we decided to spend a little bit more money to get something that I think we need. I got it inside here. I know you haven't seen it yet. You want to walk in there and look?
Yeah, let's see what we got. So
Here, first, before we go in, I'll give you these.
Oh, shoot. We went over budget, dog. We weren't supposed to make it a Hell Kitty yet.
Hey, yeah, but you know what? I thought we should just do it once and get it over with, man.
I don't want to know what you spent.
We'll talk about that later.
Damn, dude. And it's all white?
Yeah, I got it all white, brother.
Oh my gosh. What is this, all Hellcat stuff then?
Yeah, all Hellcat. So we got the hood, we got the fenders, we got the bumpers, we got the doors, we got the lights, I got everything. We
The
got
hood here it is?
Yeah, everything that I think we need. If we
Is that
need it,
everything?
get it.
Got the trunk?
That's pretty much everything we need.
Damn, boys.
And it's all
Dude,
white
this thing's
already,
gonna
dog.
be sick. Is it all the same white?
It might be. It's from a couple different cars. I mean, I think it might be. I don't know.
Damn, we're
It's
gonna
gonna
have
be close enough.
the first electric Hellcat out here, dude.
The E-Kitty,
The
Cybercat.
SRT on the back. Dude, it has the backup camera on the trunk too. Maybe we can make that work still.
That would be sick.
Swap that one out for the Tesla. Damn.
Well, I know we've been tight on
Are the doors complete too?
Yeah.
The windows and everything?
Yep. I know we've been working a lot on this car. We need to get it together, so we got everything to start actually making it look like a car.
All right. Well,
Let's start putting it on.
I mean, the body's on there, so we can start mocking some stuff up. It's gonna be sick.
It looks so sick.
Dude, that bumper is sick.
All right, guys, so we got all the panels that we had on the car. This is gonna be the first glance at the Cybercat. Let's go ahead and look at it.
Oh! Get out the way, dude.
Didn't even
Ready to go to a takeover meet.
You're practicing?
Dude.
Damn,
It
brother.
looks so sick.
It's great.
Look at it, man.
Look at the Hellcat logo.
The monster truck Hell Kitty, dude? That's crazy.
Let me get out the way, man.
No, you gotta make it more realistic, man. Go stand over there.
And let 'em
spin around
hit me.
one time.
So we're missing a lower door hinge.
No big deal.
The door does open, but it's just a little inconvenient. But yeah, boys, there she is. The freaking Cybercat. In all her glory. It looks, it's a little monster trucking right now, but we'll fix that. Guys, this thing just kept getting easier and easier to put together. We put the front end together on it. We made a couple brackets to go to the fenders for right now. We still have a ratchet strap right here, just kind of holding the bumper where it needs to be, so we're not fully done with it just yet. But we literally just had to push the Tesla radiator back about 2 inches because it was hitting on the grill right here. So I unbolted that, we pushed it back, put it back together, and the front bumper went right on with no trimming whatsoever. I mean, it just worked out too good.
I love it, man.
I mean, a freaking 1,000 horsepower electric Hellcat right here.
Man, I'm just pumped that we can actually see you driving it now. You're
Yeah.
not sitting all goofy behind the B-pillar.
You can open the door and actually sit
Get
in
in
the
the car. Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, you look at the dash, it just looks like it belongs. Even like through the window and everything.
It came out so good. All Hellcat body panels, we got the badge on there. It's just freaking double-sided tape on there right now, but it'll ride.
Nice.
And then we got some little cardboard cutout templates right here. We're gonna cover these spots up around the dash. And the best part about this is I'm gonna be able to put the full interior back in it because we kept everything from the Model S. So it'll have the heated and AC seats. The radio still works. You know, the full climate control system of the Tesla works. It's gonna be a regular car. Once again, we just gotta put the speakers back in the doors, figure out some wiring, and then we gotta figure out like the headlights, taillights, because right now there are no headlights in it because we're gonna have to make some brackets for those guys. We do have the headlights, but Those are a little more involved to make brackets, and then the rear taillights are just hanging in it right now. But if we were to try to drive it down the road, these are gonna fall out. It's just for mock-up. These will literally just pop right out of there. But other than that, it's friggin' sick, dude.
Still a lot of little things, but once it comes together, man.
I mean, dude, the HELLCAT guys are gonna be so mad. I mean, dude, on like a regular road, ain't no HELLCAT out there beating this thing from a dig.
Did you guys hear
Not
that?
one.
You heard that, right? All the HELLCAT guys.
You can make 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 horsepower. If it's like a virgin asphalt road,
bro.
how you gonna keep up, bro?
He's already talking crap.
The comments are
Maybe-
gonna be rolling.
There might be one or two in the world that have a chance, but like realistically, if I pulled up next to you at an intersection,
Kyle. None of those
Yeah,
boats are gonna hit my grave.
DM me. Any HELLCAT out there, we'll run it from a dig. I don't care. Virgin road, you're gone.
next
You're
guy.
done.
8th mile?
Bring
or
all
quarter?
your
That's the real
boats.
question.
Bring all the boats, man.
You
They're
better
not gonna be
specify
all right.
8th mile. You're done, dude.
So should we see if anything falls off?
Yeah, man. Give it a little launch.
I'll give it a soft one first. So we got the hood bungee corded down, took the rear tail lights out so those don't fly out of it. All right, I'll do a half throttle.
She's ready to eat. Line them up.
All right, what HELLCAT out there wants it?
Oh, man. Let's hear it in the comments.
Dude, they're gonna be so mad. Just like that, we got ourselves a 9-second HELLCAT. Didn't even have to do nothing to it. Just body swapped it.
Just a normal HELLCAT.
I about lost the hood.
Did you?
It was starting to come out, yeah. Got my boy Van from VP Auto Glass getting our windshield installed. I ended up getting a brand new windshield for this thing because the old one did have some pitting when we were cutting and grinding around it. So got a brand new windshield going into the Cybercat here. Got the mesh going over the speakers and defrosters right there. I had to trim it in a couple spots, but it should look pretty clean once the windshield is down and glued over that guy. And then we're also going to have the back glass stuck back into place. So this thing will be ready to drive. So we just got the windshield in, and guys, this is just too good to be true. This dash lines up with the windshield and just everything perfectly, as you guys saw. But now with the actual windshield in, that is insane, guys. It looks factory under there. This thing is freaking sick. Well, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for the first episode on the Cybercat here. I hope you enjoyed. We still have a ton more to do to this thing. I mean, we want to finish this car out and just make it a legit car inside and out. I mean, we want to put the full interior back in it, you know, make all the headlights, taillights work, see how much of the Tesla components we can incorporate back into the HELLCAT here. And I just think it came out so freaking sweet. I'm sure the internet's gonna love this video. A lot of people talking about, you know, all kinds of different stuff, pissing off Mopar guys. I mean, I love it, dude. It's just cool that it fits so perfectly. And yeah, I don't even know what to say. It's crazy that it's right here behind me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. More to come on this thing. And don't forget, if you haven't got entered in our giveaway, this might be your last chance to do so. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you later. All right, guys, we are getting into the final days of the Boosted Boys Starter Pack giveaway here. And this month, as you guys know, we put a brand new engine in my original Ram 2500. It comes along with a brand new 24-foot enclosed trailer, and we got an OG red hatch with a K-swap to go along with this complete Racer Starter Pack package here. We turboed this thing. We're making it all-wheel drive. This is gonna be the perfect race package for whoever wins this giveaway, and I'm just so pumped. Time's running out. Be sure to get entered.